Let's add some basic styling for my grid. I'm going to choose this card and add a new element that should be picture, and here I have image, and for image I will choose size medium large, like this one. Yeah, it's a lot, of course. So let's go back to picture. Let's add style card item picture, for instance. Let's add CSS styles to specific class rather than to specific element. So I have chosen, I have created a new global class, layout, display flex, then sizing. It should be 100, and then height also 100, but with maximum maybe 220 pixels, like this, and overflow hidden. Okay, and now I need to add some styles to card. So I chosen div, again a new class card item, and it should be also 100% width, but with maximum value of 400, for instance. Okay, looks better. And then I choose collection and add also class cards grid. Okay, and it should be flex with wrap, and spacing I'm going to use one of CSS variables, like this one. Yeah, okay, fine. Now here my basic grid, and I'm ready to proceed to the next step, to creating a component. So what I'm gonna to do is I turn into component the whole section. I choose section, I click right button, and there is an option create component. I click it. It prompts me to enter the component name. So for instance, it should be homepage posts grid, something like this, and then I click save and open. The component will be created automatically and inserted in the current template. A new tab will be opened in the editor. You see it now. It is shown here. Now I have two tabs, and currently activated active tab is the second one. This tab instantly tells me where I am. So I'm previewing homepage posts grid component being on front page template. So front page template elements are context for this page, but what I actually can edit is this set of elements. Only these elements I can edit because they belong to the component. When I do hover, a lot of overlays are gray, like this. It's because those elements do not belong to component, and those which belong, they have usual blue color, like this one. Okay, and this I cannot select. I click, but it does nothing. Here I can select element, it will be highlighted in the tree. Now I'm ready to add my first property, because using components is basically all about properties. So instead of having this static heading, I will turn it into dynamic heading controlled by property. I click this plus icon, this green one, and it says me no properties found, so I'm going to create a new one. I click this create new. Now I have my interface, click new property. The label is the name of the property, so this should be heading, and I'm going to add a second property, and it should be, for instance, post data. Okay, now go back again to h3. No, sorry, not this one, to heading, this one. Okay, and again I click this plus icon, and now I have my two properties. I click heading, and now this setting, it cannot be edited directly. Its value comes from the component. You see there is no content for this element. Let's improve it. So there is a icon, this pen icon here. I click it and choose my first property, heading, that I wired to element heading, and I'm going to set default value like test heading. Yes, like this one. So whenever the actual property name is empty, the default value will be shown. It works like this. Now I choose collection. Once again, I use this icon plus, and I choose post data property. Now my collection does not show anything because there is no data. Okay, pretty much I'm done here. I go back to the front page. Okay, now my template is editable, and all this element. However, there is a new green element, home page posts grid. This is the instance of my component. So when I actually add component to the page, it is an instance. So site footer is instance, home page posts grid is instance. I choose it. I would like to change its name to spots, and I click this category properties. Now I can actually write my final values, define properties, and through these properties those values should be shown in a component elements. So here should be actual heading, should be spots. Okay, it is shown here. And posts data, I'm going to choose venues. Okay, too much again. Venues. Okay, now great, I have my spots shown here. Next step, I duplicate this component instance, I move it here, I remove my suite section completely, I choose this new instance, I rename component instance, then I change the heading text. Now I have suites and spots. So each instance independently each instances are independently displayed the values of their properties, right? And here, instead of venues data, I'm going to show cakes data. Oh, once again, I did not clicked. Okay, here, okay, nice. I have two components. This is actually two component instances. This is the same component, but those instances they display different data. And then what is the advantage of using components? So whenever I have to make some adjustments, those adjustments will be propagated to all instances. For instance, when I choose this one, there is a action edit component. I click it. Now once again I entered editor mode for specific component. Both are kind of editable, but this is the same set of elements. So for instance, what if I invert the order of the heading and picture? So I do this. I have my picture here, I put it first, and then both instances showing the same changed update order. So when I go back to the template, here I have my updated view, and both these components showing the same layout, still the different dynamic data.